Hello, this is Mr. Lowry, and the objective of this lesson is 3.2a6. We will develop word structure knowledge by decoding words using suffixes s, es, and ies. You just need to know that a suffix comes at the end of a word and a prefix comes at the beginning. So when we're adding s, es, and ies, we're talking about when we have to add these to the end of words when it is a plural. What is a plural or singular noun? Single or singular means one, like one piece of pizza. Plural means more than one, like two pieces of pizza. Nouns. Just wanted to go over nouns because we are talking about the plurals of nouns. Nouns are just a person, place, animal, or thing. How do we change a singular noun into a plural? As it says here, we have book and then to book, but we don't say to book. We know we have to put an S on there. So we add an S to turn singular nouns into plurals. Most of the time. One cat, two cats. The plural means more than one. It doesn't matter if it's 2 cats, 3 cats, 4 cats, or 5,000 cats. When there's more than one, you have to put an S on the end to show that it is plural. On some plural nouns, you have to add es. Anytime a word ends with s, to turn it into a plural, you have to add es. Class, because it ends with s, ends up being classes. Glass ends with s, it's glasses. Bosses, dresses, on and on. So here's the rule. Any noun that ends in s has to have an es added to it to make it plural. Added to the end, of course. So here, singular is one glass. The plural is 2 glasses. There's the es instead of s. So again, the rule is anytime a word ends with s, the plural needs an es on the end. The same goes for dress because it ends with s. Because it ends with s, or 2 s's in this case, one dress is the singular form, 2 dresses is the plural form. There's other special rules. When nouns end with sh, ch, or s or x, we add es to make it plural. So box is boxes, brush is brushes, fish is fishes. These are the videos that I put in next to the assignment today. Here's a guy, a British rapper, singing a song about how ch, sh, z, s, and x all have to have es at the end. If it's at the end, then you add es. So go back there and watch those videos if you'd like. Plural nouns that end in x add es, just like fox becomes foxes because it ends in x. Box is boxes because it ends in x. 6 is sixes. It would add es. If a word ends with sh, again, add an es. That should be add, not end. The singular form of bush, the plural is bushes. Again, because the word ends with sh, we have to add es as well. Dish becomes dishes. Brush becomes brushes because those words end with sh. And if a word ends in z, we add es too. The singular form of quiz, the plural form is quizzes with es. Now, the other rule that we find is when words end with y, we have to drop the y and change the y to I, and add es. Change the y to I and add es. So fly becomes flies. You change the y to I and add es to the end. Kitty becomes kitties because, again, the Y gets changed to an I, then you add ES. So what would it be for berry? Again, change the Y to an I and then add ES. And here's another video with the same guy, and he talks about that rule, and it's just a way you can remember it better, maybe by listening to the song a couple times. But the chorus or the hook is, if a word ends in consonant Y, don't stress, change the Y to an I, then add ES. Consonants, just remember that the consonants are any letter that's not a vowel. The vowels are A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y when it makes a long E sound, like at the end of my name, Mr. Lowry. So, for the quiz, you might want to write these notes down. These are the rules. Don't forget, if a word has a Y at the end, you change the Y to I and add ES. You might just want to write that on a piece of paper. Then remember that if any of these words end with, any words that end with X, CH, S, or Z, you add an ES to the end. And then any other rule, if it doesn't end with a Y, or X, CH, S, or Z, we just add an S to make it plural. Again, what does the word plural mean? Remember, plural means more than one. How do we change most nouns from singular to plural? We add S for most ones, like dog is dogs, cat, cats. Here's just some cards that you could use to practice these strategies. Mark the correct spelling for the word peach. And then in my class, we're going to type it into the chat. So which word is spelled correctly for peaches? Remember, when a word ends with CH, we have to add ES to the end. So the correct spelling for peaches is the middle one, peaches, not peaches. Box. What's the rule for box? Again, if I go back and look at the rule, it says when a word ends with X, we have to add ES. So the correct spelling for boxes would be the last one. Bunny. Remember the rule for words that end with Y. You change the Y to an I, and then you add ES. So bunny would be bunnies. Bunch. Again, what is the rule for words that end with CH? You have to add an ES. So the correct spelling for bunch would be bunches. Here is the rule for, do you remember what the rule is for the words that end with S, like glass? Glass ends with S, so we have to add what at the end? ES. So then the correct plural for grass would be grasses. There's more examples there. Don't forget, again, the rule with the Y. When a word ends with Y, you change the Y to an I and add ES. Don't forget to go to my Google Classroom. Underneath classwork, you will see here plurals with ES and IES. And again, there's 3 videos I put there. This one just goes over the changing the Y to an I and adding ES, or adding ES on other words. And then again, these are the 2 rap videos I put in there. On the Google form, please don't forget to type your name first, your first and last name. And then here you're just going to choose the correct answer for the plural spelling of pie. And just do that for the rest of those. Just mark the word that is spelled correctly. And don't forget to press submit. Thank you for listening and watching my video. See you next time. Goodbye.